Hey guys, welcome to Laid Bare, your favourite sex and relationships podcast. You're joined with me, your host Oloni.
And it's me, your favourite homegirl, Nicky.
And today we are going to be talking about... What are we going to be talking about? What are we talking about?
What are we talking about?
Going to be talking about lots of things. Do you know what we weren't able to cover last time because there was like a gap between? It was Hailey Bailey. Is it Halle Bailey? Why do I always get it wrong? Halle Bailey, DDG.
And then
it sounds like so interesting because the next names I can't believe I'm going to say this. Sky Jackson and Yucky.
Who's that?
Sky Jackson's man. You know the guy that's got her pregnant?
Oh, the little girl, the Disney girl.
Yeah. She's not a little girl, she's a big woman.
She's a big woman. When I saw pregnant, I said pregnant.
Literally.
The guy, did he not get arrested or something?
I don't know. He has an interesting background. Before we get into that anyway, let's go with our favourite question. My favourite question.
When was the last time you got folded like a pretzel?
Basically. When was it?
A couple days ago.
Really?
It hasn't been a week yet. I don't think so. But that's what was happening. I was getting folded like a pretzel.
Tell me.
Guys, I need to work out now. I need to work out now.
Wait, why?
Because, listen, my legs don't do what they do.
No.
Like how they used to do before. Okay?
You need to stretch.
That's it.
You need to stretch.
That's it. I need to stretch.
Because I be stretching everything just before I get into it.
Do you know what? I was tired before though.
Why? What were you doing?
I thought I wasn't going to see him.
Yeah.
So I was going to get ready to go to bed.
Yeah.
And then I got are you still up? And I was like, of course I am.
Yes, I am.
Of course I am.
I wasn't before, but now I am.
But we up now.
But I'm up now. Okay.
Yeah, and then I was just like,
but who is this? Have we heard of him before on the pod? We need to start giving them names.
Some names.
Yes.
What do we call
Especially because of what I'm watching. Have you watched what's it called? It's not You're Not Too Much. It's on Netflix.
Is it the thing on Netflix you told me to watch?
Yeah.
I watched like the first episode.
What's it called? Hold on. You're Not Enough. Hold on, I need to find this actually.
It's called You're Not Enough.
No. It's not.
Anyway, I don't know. Like I said,
yeah. No, it's not coming up. Oh my God, I've forgotten what it's called and it's really doing my head. It will come to me, but basically it's a podcast about two sisters who have a sex podcast show and she's dating a rabbi. And a sex and relationship podcast host dating a rabbi sounds like the beginning to a joke, right? A sex podcaster and a rabbi walks into a bar.
She says that in that first episode. I remember that. She was
really?
She was like, oh, I thought this was the beginning of a bad joke.
I thought that was all me. Maybe subconsciously that was actually their joke. I thought that was all me.
No, but it does sound like it though. It does. Yeah, you can have it.
Whoever wrote it was right because they were whoever wrote it.
It does sound like a bad
great
joke.
minds, but yeah.
But what do we give this one? I don't know.
Have you started watching it then?
I watched that one episode, I can't lie.
You don't like it?
I was just like, it was giving me cheese.
Cheese?
Yeah, a little bit. Maybe it's caused from that joke.
Was it?
Yeah, because I did it. Yeah, the sister was doing a lot.
Oh my God. I forgot what her name is, but yeah.
I will try and give it another chance because I have a gap in what I'm watching at the moment. I'm watching Insecure for the first time ever.
Really? You didn't watch Insecure before?
No, never watched it, but I love it. But I'll touch on that next episode. But yeah. Y'all's getting twisted up like a pretzel.
Nobody wants this. That's what it's called. Nobody wants this.
No,
you're not enough.
No, but I said
you're enough or something.
No, but
I was close. I was going with the positive because I can never say nobody wants this. God forbid. What do you mean?
No, but I ended on got twisted up like a pretzel. You said nobody wants this.
Oh my gosh. No.
What a funny soundbite. Oh my God.
But what was I going to say? Yeah, no, I still haven't had sex, you know. I find it so hilarious that as soon as the sex podcast comes back, there's no sex.
Things simmer down.
Yeah. And maybe because I'm simmering down and I'm just like, when I was having sex, my life was chaotic.
Yeah.
And now I'm just like, okay, we need to go back to sharing the stories and creating content. It's just like the content is running away. Yeah. But I also think it's because I'm trying to date differently now.
Okay.
You know, like, again, I think I said before, because this was like therapy. I feel like dating in general, going back out there after being out of the game for a few years, and before that I was basically still not really in the game because all I knew was my ex. Am I close to it or am I far? Oh, okay. There you go. Or that way or okay. Okay, thank you. So like I feel like I'm dating differently now because I'm just like, okay, guys are only allowed to talk to you for this long. And if it don't go anywhere after a certain time, like, you know, just let it go and be done with that situation. Because I've realised that guys really assume that they're forming some emotional bond with you when they're texting, when they're talking. And I have no emotional bond with anyone I'm talking to.
Via alphabet,
Via alphabet?
But
via walkie-talkie?
No.
There's nothing there that can actually make me... Unless, we actually...
Yeah.
I think mine... I really do enjoy... It's crazy because I say this to someone who was in a long-distance relationship before, but... Quality time really does mean a lot to me. And if there's no quality time, but I'm hearing so many stories from girls who are basically running back to their boyfriends because they're just like, I tried these streets a little bit.
No, listen.
And it weren't for me.
Any person that I know that's in a rocky situation,
I
always ask. But to be honest, I'm not the type of person to be like, oh, leave him, whatever.
I am.
But it depends. Let me not lie. Depending on the scenario.
Yeah, it does depend. That's true.
But then I'm like, listen, can you work it out? Because it's not nice out here. Listen, if I want a pen pal, I'll go back to dating guys in jail. You guys know I have a history.
Not jail.
I will go back to dating guys in jail. If I want a pen pal, I will start doing that again.
No.
Actually, I think that it's been about 12 years. I don't do that no more. But yeah.
I've got a friend who's done it as well before,
Yeah.
I've got a friend who's actually made a guy who was in jail her pen pal. And I was just like...
jail guys love it.
They do.
Do you know that they love it?
They marry sometimes, the women. Sometimes they don't. I feel like the ones that they don't want to get away, they give them the jail talk, which is telling them everything that the woman obviously wants to hear.
Exactly. Because they have time to say that they ain't going nowhere.
Where are they going?
They're not going to the
How
day
do we
parties.
even get here?
Yeah, it's true.
I don't even know how we got here. But I will say, I haven't been laid. I'd love to get laid maybe before the new year. Before the new year. We're November. We're middle of bang towards middle-ish.
It's the end of November.
Is it? Yeah, you're probably right.
Next week's the end of November.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I hope you get laid before the new year too.
I hope I get laid too because there's no one that there's one person. But no one that I'm yearning, and even him, I'm not exactly yearning for it. I'm just like, if it happens, it happens. It might possibly happen, it may not. But the last time it did, it wasn't cute. Wow, I was so out of it. I was so drunk that it just wasn't. It could not happen. I ended up throwing up everywhere.
No.
Yeah, I ended up throwing up everywhere.
This is your second throw up story.
I know. Is it really?
Let's not make this happen.
What's the first one?
When you were sucking dick and you threw up on it.
Oh yeah, but I was a baby then.
Hey, you were younger.
I was 22.
Yeah, but this is your second. No, let's not make this happen.
No, but I was. Yeah. We went. What we having? Do you know what it was? I was drinking. He came to come get me. Came to get me from a club. Got home, and next thing you know, things were great, and then next thing I know, I was just I had a bowl next to my face. I know he was so disgusted. I don't even know it was crazy. When I called him and we spoke, he was just like, Dammy, I've never seen anyone that drunk in my life. I said, shut up, you are a man. God. He was also a bit younger than me, so I'm just don't pretend I've never been that drunk before.
Do you like the young things?
I don't, but for good times.
For good times.
Especially when we both know it's not going to be nothing serious. And when I say nothing, I would say nothing younger than... What's the youngest I do? Probably 28.
I can't do young.
Well, you can't?
At all.
Really?
Not even for some dates.
Yeah.
I don't know why. There's just something about if I know you're younger than me, I'm just
even for some dick.
I don't know why I'm
actually no. Older guys are amazing as well.
Listen, I want to date someone that's a good 10 years older than me.
Ooh, you want that daddy dick?
Oh, that guys. Oh God! You see, I was talking about Shannon Sharp. You see that uncle-ish, but got muscles dick. Oh my God!
But how many guys walk around look like Shannon Sharp? You don't see that all the time.
There's many. You need to go.
Who?
Listen,
where do I need to go?
Guys,
Tell me.
You know, if you're Ghanaian, you need to go to the funerals with your mum. Honestly. If you're Ghanaian, you need to go to the funerals with your mum. Yeah. I can't lie. Some of my mum's age mates, I'm like, I swear down, you still look like this.
Ooh, you look eyeing up your mum's friends.
My mum, my mum's been listening to a lot of my stuff lately, so I hope she don't hear this. My mum's got one friend. I won't say his name because I've been telling everyone his name. Yeah. This man is so fine. Yeah. It's unbelievable. He's dark skinned, just Ooh. After all these years, I remember when I was young, I was thinking, this uncle, he's not an uncle. Him and my mum are the same age, and he's still so fine. Oh wow! I can't deal. Anyway, shout out to the uncles.
Shout out to the uncles. No, there were a couple uncles I used to fancy when I was younger, but now I'm just I I used to have one uncle who used to look like T.I. He wasn't an uncle, more
not
like
T.I.
And I used to fancy T.I.
Oh, we all went through the T.I. phase. All of us.
Oh gosh, when he used to do that, hey, let's get away. Oh god, I fancied the pants.
I like
him.
the what you know about that. What you see the King
that?
of the South face.
Yes.
Oh my god.
What was it? T.I. or Tip?
Yeah, T.I. versus Tip.
Oh gosh.
Oh god.
No, that was the time. But yeah, so he kind of looked like him. And then when I turned 18. You know, best believe this guy was trying to move to me. He basically told me, I was just like, I was thinking to myself, bro, I've known you since I was like...
Maybe this is wrong.
I know you like since I was 15. I'm 18. You're basically trying to like, he was trying to ask me to be his girlfriend on the side. I will never forget. He basically asked me to be his girlfriend. And then he told me to think about it.
No, not think about it.
He told me to think about it.
I know how he said it as well. I can hear it. I don't know him, but I can hear it.
We are interrupting this pod for a moment to let you know this episode is sponsored by Haven Talks Studios. With their industry standard equipment and aesthetically pleasing sets, you're guaranteed to create entertaining and eye-catching content for an affordable price. So book now using our 15% off discount code laidbarepodcast, or if you're interested in a block booking, use our code laidbarepodcast. Block15. To find out more about Haven Talks Studio, visit their website www.haventalks.co.uk. You can also find details in the episode's description below. Now, let's get back to the episode.
And he had a whole wife as well. He had a whole wife, and I was just like, you know my mother, like what the fuck, like this is
they don't even care.
They don't care. I swear to God, as soon as I turned 18, it was just like, okay, not like, oh, I turned 18 on the day, but
on the day, and he came and followed.
Yeah, but it was just like, maybe like, I don't know, maybe he'd heard I don't even know
now
what it
they
was.
know that you're grown up.
Basically.
Yeah.
And it was crazy because I used to think to myself, I actually used to have a crush on you when I was younger, but now I'm 18 and I'm old enough to know that this is weird. Like, how is it that my frontal lobe has not even, you know, has not even been fully produced.
I can't.
My frontal lobe has not been fully produced, and I know that this is wrong.
Yeah,
but you know, old sleazy men are gonna be old sleazy men.
I was telling my friend that I fancy her uncle. Like, I can't lie.
Yeah,
I told her this weekend. I was like, you see, your uncle?
You see, you're grown though. I feel like, how old are you? You're like 32, 33.
Yeah,
exactly.
She said, but you're grown.
No, but you're grown, so I feel like you can like fancying a guy who's older.
Listen,
that makes sense.
How does he? I don't know. He's probably like in his mid-50s.
Yeah.
But he is so fine. So I said to her the other day when I see her this week, I can't lie, I've been thinking your uncle, he's been buff from day. Ooh. And I told one of our other friends, I was like, listen, you see her uncle? Yeah. Fine. Ooh. And then when I told her, she was like, why do all of you, who's all of you? Can you tell the rest to relax?
There's only me.
Relax. God, and he has money too.
Ooh,
my God.
Oh,
he's fine, mix. Seasoned with money. Oh, God. She should invite me to the next family thing because I will move to him now. Now that I've let it known, I will
like
move
white on rice.
Not stew on white rice.
Literally, no, gosh. But no, I was going to say though, but yeah, I feel like when you get to a specific age, especially like in your 30s, I think it's perfect. It does make perfect sense as to why you might fancy guys who are older. I think that's perfectly normal. It's fine, like when guys are moving to you when you're younger and they're like setting you up with a proposition. Because if you think about it, bare of us knew girls who had uncles, or was like
girls I went to school with.
Like, girls I went to school with. And do you know what? I felt like I was so sheltered to the point that I never really saw it or experienced it, because as soon as it came next to me, I was just like that made me like, don't do that. It made me sick. Like it would like make me like, because I'm just like, you're older than me. Like even when I was 16 or 14 and this, do you ever just remember being moved to like when you were younger and how weird it was? Yep. Anyway, this is supposed to be a light show. Let's not make it too traumatic. Speaking of like, you know, just relationships in general, or relationships that just don't make, I guess, sense to everybody else. This whole Yaki and Sky Jackson thing is very interesting. And then we've got DDG and Halle Bailey. What do you think about them right now?
Okay,
I know we'll never know what's going on in celebrity relationships, but what are your thoughts?
But with Halle and DDG, I'll start off with them. I want him to fight for her, and I feel like he is. Yeah, I want him to fight for her. What? Oh, you don't agree?
I don't agree. I think he is a young boy who is just having fun, doesn't really understand that his behavior is actually quite damaging, and I'm gonna put that down on immaturity. I think Halle is probably someone who we've all been before, someone who's just young, in love, and you know, that's just basically, I just think she's young and she's in love, and these are her experiences, and she shouldn't be judged at all, rather. about the decisions she's making. Because I know people look at her or look at what's her name, Sky Jackson, and think to themselves, oh, like she's really young, like why is she doing this or whatever. But like a lot of people have said, and I've seen as well, she's rich, she can afford to have a baby. A lot of us sadly can't because you know the climate's hard. But at the same time, I just think that these guys could be a bit better. They could be
more mature. Like
a lot more mature.
I get that, but then with the guy that's with Sky Jackson, like, did he?
Is that a criminal? He's just a full-on criminal.
I'm sure I saw him getting arrested the other day, and
he's got like kids. I don't understand. I want to know.
Has he got kids?
Yeah, I want to know how their paths crossed. I don't even know. I think like 2 or 3. I want to know how their paths crossed and how to unpath it.
Do you know what me and Chloe were saying before you came? Like, we just went into this conversation very quickly, my time.
Yeah.
Why do men like creating children everywhere they go? Some men, I should say. Let me just be clear. Why do some men like creating children where they go? There are some guys, they don't mind getting you pregnant.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, I'll get you pregnant. Those men. Yeah. Those men, stay away.
Yeah.
The ones that are like, oh, let me get you pregnant. Oh, I wish I could get you pregnant. No.
Because that's what Diddy G did as well. He said that he wanted to have another baby. But people were like, you're not saying anything about marriage. You're just talking about creating more broken families.
But then did he not say that he didn't want to?
No, he said he wanted to. I don't know if he said he didn't want to.
Because I saw a post.
But he said he wanted another baby.
Yeah.
Regardless, if you're saying you want another baby and you're not planning on settling down with the mother or even trying, he didn't try. They didn't try. I'm sorry. They didn't try. They didn't try. But yeah, my thing really is just, I just think he's immature. Because before I used to think, oh, like, he's probably really not trying to hurt. Then the part of me is just like, is he doing this on purpose? Like, as soon as they broke up, a couple, maybe weeks later, well, when they announced they broke up, should I say, because we don't know when they broke up.
She did it.
Yeah, right. He announced it. Then you see him, like, on a couch smoking a blunt with a girl.
Oh, but that was for his music.
Yeah, but come on, the way it was,
he knows how he would look.
He knew how it would look. And it's just like, why are you trying to put headache on the woman who's just had your baby? Like, this type of nonsense, it happens when you're like maybe like 10 years deep.
Do you know what? Yeah, but there's just something about them from what I see. Again, we don't know them, that I'm just so rooting for them. I don't know what it is. I do agree he can come off a bit immature. I like watching the interaction between him and the baby. What's the baby called? Halo. That baby's so beautiful. Oh my god.
It looks like her so much. Bloody hell. So cute. Such a cute child.
He's amazing. But then there's just something about me where I'm like, oh, please fight for her. Like, come on, like, just make it work.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Time will tell. Who knows?
Yeah.
It could work out. I hope it does. I'm rooting for them anyway.
Yeah, I'm rooting for them. As for Sky, girl,
I don't know. Like, yes, right?
I don't know about that.
I don't know about the situation. I'm so confused.
Yeah, don't just to be down about it. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. Literally, when we don't know what to say, it has to be that.
I know. Anyway, at least you got money. You know,
yeah, right. Literally,
at least you got money.
At least you can take care of yourself.
But
that is actually hilarious. Oh my god! So I had my brunch the other day.
Yes,
my brunch, lady. Shall we have some brunch? A big thanks to everybody who came down.
It looked so good. While I was out there looking after the people that picked me, you don't know what I do for a job, child.
Oh,
I was so gel. Like, literally, I was just like, when I looked at the dates, I was like, I'm already working.
Oh, bless you. No. Don't worry. Next one I'll be expecting you there. So
I shall be there.
Yeah, no, but it was really good. I had so much fun. I was nervous, but it was good because I ain't done events in ages. I haven't done events in ages.
Oh no.
Yeah, and I think this was like my first brunch that I'd done. It was different. It's not like a live event. I've done live events before. That I'm fluent in, but to do a brunch, I was just like, this is so different. But it was fun, you know. And some is sponsored. We had gift bags. It was good vibes. We played games. We listened to music, we ate, we spoke, we mingled, we shared, we laughed. You know, we really, it was just, it felt nice. It was cute, it was fun, and it felt empowering above all. And I would definitely do it again. I just need to get those photos off my camera because believe I had like, you know, I am not a tech wizard whatsoever. So I'm just sat there at my on my phone, going through TikTok to understand why my USB cable is not working for my phone. You know when you put like what's it called, the memory card? Yeah. Anyway, photos weren't coming off, so I had to buy another one off Amazon. And now I could finally get my photos so I can upload them and just share them with you guys. Yeah, I don't know why I went on that random ramble, but here we are.
It was annoying.
It was annoying?
No, I'm just saying it was annoying.
It was annoying. Yeah, I thought I was just like, oh, sorry, don't ramble again. But Bitch, I'm so high. I just needed to add
there's a reason why I'm laughing so hard because I can't lie here. The whole time we've been sitting here, I'm like, oh, poor thing, she's so mellow today. And she's like, bitch, I'm so high.
What else was I talking about anyway? I went to Wicked yesterday. That was sick.
I saw.
Oh my God, did you see my video with Ariana Grande?
I saw it and I said, let me not comment. You know, there are certain things I purposely won't message you. I'm like, we're coming to talk about it here. Because it's always like the following day and then we're in the studio. That looks so cool, like to be a part of. And also, can you wear that colour every time?
Oh my God.
Can you wear it, please?
I don't really, do you know what? I asked House of CB to send me the dress because I was just like, oh guys, I never really wear green because the dress code was green or pink, like literally the Wicked colours.
Like the Wicked colours, yeah.
Right, so I decided like, oh, you do pink all the time and pink is such an easy colour, like, you know. Do something else. So I said, let me try green. And I said, let me go see what green they have really available. And majority of the black people who came wore green. And that's obviously like Cynthia's colour. And no, it was lit. I had such an amazing time, even though it was raining. So Ariana Grande, she like schmoozed my camera. Yeah. And I did my little voiceover. Ariana girl, what you doing here?
How was like the whole thing? Like, was it like a good watch? Did you watch the whole thing? It was a good watch.
Yeah, I watched all of it. I watched all of it. It was 2 hours, 45 minutes, but worth it. 2 hours, 45 minutes, but worth it. It was worth it.
I hope
really,
it comes
really
on
Amazon
so I can watch it at home.
You're not going to go to the cinema?
I can't see the cinema for that.
Go to the cinema.
I'll buy it,
go
no
and
problem.
Support Cynthia.
No, I'm supporting because it was actually my friend that did Cynthia's nails.
Really?
Yeah, for the... I think one of the pictures or something.
Yeah, she's a London babe, isn't she?
Yeah, so, and she did her nails for the red carpet as well.
Yeah. No, she looked amazing. They both did. It was such a shame, honestly, to see the following day that they only posted like Ariana on the front cover.
I saw.
And I was just like, are you guys doing this on... I mean, I know you're doing it on purpose and you're racist, but are you doing it because the lead is actually Cynthia? Yeah. She's actually the lead. Yeah. She plays the witch and... yeah, it was just insane to see, but also, again, tells us what we already know and how society truly sees us and feels about us.
And also that the UK will never beat the bad vibe allegations.
Bad vibes allegations.
And it runs all the way through, even right to that level of media, so...
Honestly, like, I think it starts, the bad vibes actually starts there and it trickles down because that is what influences people to basically... Be hateful and just basically not see us as people. You know, if you've got someone who is starring in a film and they can't even make the cover of a newspaper, imagine what they are doing to people with less money, power and visibility, like us. In
their buildings as well. The people that even work outside,
for them. Like it's insane.
You know, it is crazy.
But it tells us what we already know. So we're not going to give that too much energy. I just want to say congratulations, Cynthia. I think you're doing amazing. Her performance was incredible. She delivered. I enjoyed listening to the cheers that she received as soon as she appeared on our screen. But yeah, Ariana did her thing as well. She held it down. She was giving that inner Regina George Mean Girls energy, but I really do think you'll like it. So definitely go watch it.
Because I've seen it in the theatre, Wicked, and it was amazing.
Exactly.
Like, it was so good. It's been some years, but
exactly.
Yeah, it was
and you know me, I love me my theatre. I'm a musical. I love me a musical. Like getting the musical itch is serious. I got it with Hamilton during the pandemic.
You went this Hamilton.
You know me at Hamilton. I don't play. I don't play. I haven't played Hamilton at my brunch. I did. I played Satisfied.
Guys, my face is straight. For that brief pause, my face was straight because I can't finish it. Did that.
I played some Hamilton. I did. Anyway, let's talk some more dating, relationships, sex, etc. So this is actually a topic that was inspired by a question I received from a girl. She didn't want me to share the dilemma, but she said I can use it as inspiration. Okay. So talking to someone about sex, when is the best time to allow that conversation to happen?
Do you know what? I don't know. The reason why I don't know...
When do you start talking to a guy about sex?
When I mentioned I do this podcast.
Do you keep it like a secret at first?
I don't say much at first because, you know, podcasting in general, everybody hates us, you know, or everyone like...
Burn the mics.
They burn mics, podcast fees, shut up.
This carpet is so soft.
God, that's how Heida's talking. You know, stuff like that. But then in general, I don't mind someone speaking to me about it, but I think you just have to gauge the conversation, because with me, what I've learned over the years since I started dating, having sex, whatever, especially with men, before, when I was younger, I'll put it this way, when I was younger, I would hold off from entertaining those types of conversations because I didn't want no one to think that, oh, I was a freak, or like, yeah, she's into this, so let me try and get her into bed. Because that's how it was when I was younger. A lot of boys, like, they will talk to you if you're on it, and then they'll try and just have sex with you, and that's it.
Yeah.
As I've got older, can't lie, that hasn't really changed. There are people that do that, but then now there are men that I've even met that mask it very well. So I don't even know if there's even a right time. I think it's just when it just comes up for me. Yeah.
I always try and hold off it for some reason. If I feel like, actually, that's a lie. What do I really do? What do I actually do? What do I really do? I think in my head, if I know when I just want to sleep with a guy and when I want things to possibly be serious, like, because I feel like you can look at a guy and you'll know whether or not you would work in a relationship just by how you interact. So if it's just like, we don't even get on as like friends, but there's a lot of sexual chemistry, then that's how I figure out how soon I just want to get to the point.
Right.
And if I feel like if I've got sexual chemistry with you, that's when it comes out. I don't know, like, I've had mad sexual chemistry with a guy on the first night. I've had mad sexual chemistry with a guy on the fourth date. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like it does boil down to what you want and what you want from the situation. If you know you just want to have a good time from that situation, you can either build up to it. So I'm not saying, oh, just jump into bed with them.
Of course, yeah.
But you can like build up that sexual tension.
Yeah.
And that's also foreplay as well. Like, you can build it up and actually try to get to know them. Even if you know you just want to have a good time with them as well, get to know them. Because you need to know when they got tested last. Do you know what I mean? Having all that sexual tension, but you don't know if the person that you're talking to has chlamydia or gonorrhea. What's going on with gonorrhea again? They're saying that gonorrhea is
it might become untreatable.
Is untreatable. Yeah. Exactly. Do you know how scary that is? Super gonorrhea. Do you know how crazy that is? So I feel like there's so much you should still do in order to figure out whether, and that could be the sex conversation as well. Like, when was the last time you got tested? So I know whether or not I should even pursue something sexual with you. Now, if I want something different where I'm just like, no, I actually want to date this person, you can't talk to me about sex for quite some time, you know. You really, really can't. Especially if, I don't know if there's actual sexual chemistry or if I even like you. But I think different things for different situations.
Exactly. And you see what you said about getting to know the person that you're having sex with or gonna have sex with. I think that's really important, because there's been one person where it's just like, oh, we just hooked up once or twice and that's it. I don't really know much about them. And I'm just like, oh my God, ew, like, never again.
That's crazy to me. I need to know your last name. I need to know I actually want to know how many siblings you have. Because I want to know who I need to
holler at when you start moving back.
Take their name to like the middle of the woods, and I'm joking. I'm actually joking.
Like,
go on.
There was somebody that I was having sex with. Well, we were really cool, but we were having sex. And then the last time I was with him, I went, do you know we've been doing this for like 5 years? And then he was like, what? And I was like, yeah. But then I've got to know a lot about him, because we actually do sit, we talk, we don't date. We do pretty much just hook up. But we actually do sit and talk, and we had time to get to know each other. So if you ask me about him, oh, listen, there's loads I could say.
Really?
And I'm sure there's loads he could say about me. But then that's probably one of the most healthier relationships I've ever had. That's good, to be honest.
And that's the thing. I think that people see that sexual relationships are secondary in comparison to, like, you know, your normal monogamous relationship. But you should be able to have like a healthy sexual relationship with the person that you're just sleeping with. It doesn't necessarily mean that you need to treat them like shit, or mean that you can't even get to know them. Because some guys, like, they really put up a guard, because they're just like, if you're not my girl, you don't need to come past these gates kind of thing. And it's just like, okay, I may not be your girl, but, you know, and you may not be my man, but there should be specific things you should know about me. Do you know what I mean?
And then you see all of that.
You need to know if you might need to stab me with a EpiPen one day or something. Do you know what I mean? All the EpiPen, like, you need to know if I have nut allergies. If you've got allergies. No, I don't have, no, forget it.
No, but I hear
what I'm trying to make sense.
No, because you see EpiPen, because I was thinking, wait, well, hold on, EpiPen.
No, like, my point is, like, like,
you need to know those things about me in an emergency, because you can come to my house, you might not even know me, I've let you come to my house, you bring me chocolate with nuts in it, I'll start choking, you don't know what to do, and I'm just there on the floor.
Because you think that you don't need to know someone that deep. Like, and not a lot of guys are like that, but I remember when I was in university, some guys were like that.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever dealt with guys like that in my actual big adult age-hood. So, yeah. You have? Tell me, babe.
Like, my exes, you know, everyone has that one notorious ex. This was him. Like, I don't think he minded who he laid down with. Yeah. And that made me feel away, no matter how much he said or, like, confessed to other people how much he felt about me and whatever he's done to me, whatever. But then the girls that he would be hopping around with, I'm just like, yo, like, it's like he don't have a type. You don't have a type. And the way he was moving, you also don't have no standards. It's okay, guys, please don't misconstrue that. It's okay not to have a type. A lot of people don't. But I'm just saying, the way he was moving is like he don't have standards. So
he would just sleep with anyone?
Girl.
Big, tall, short, black, white.
Redhead, everything.
Okay. Redheads are hot, though.
She wasn't. Anyway.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. She was not. She was not.
Yeah.
Bitch, if you ever try to call me coming to me as a woman again. Anyway, this was years ago.
Yeah. She's like,
you see, I was about to switch.
I've moved on.
I'm like, I've grown up, moved on. Don't be asking about me. Yeah. Anyway. But yeah, like, I used to really hate that about him because it's like, again, what if you come back and bring me something? He never did, which I was actually really surprised at because he was really outside and he did it when he felt like it. But I don't know. It is really good to know the person you're having sex with. Like, you don't need to make it that deep. Don't be like, I'm going to go meet your mum. Like, you don't need to go meet his mum or her mum or their mum.
No, it's true. Yeah. It's true. But yeah, that's our advice when it comes to sex talk. Guys, use the hashtag laidbarepodcast, please. I had someone who was on a space with me the other day. So I have this ladies shall we have some fun community on Twitter. So on there, I like to like create spaces where we can just like talk with each other from time to time. I feel like it makes me feel more comfortable in comparison talking to like 300,000 of my other followers. But when I was talking to them anyway, there was one girl who asked me a question and she was basically asking about why I was hesitant to sleep with a girl. I don't know if you remember, like a couple of weeks ago, I was talking about like how I was talking to this one girl and I weren't ready because I was just thinking, bruh, like I'm just not ready. Like I'll spin the block. And then she was just like, but can I ask like why you did that or like why you felt that? Because I'm basically in a similar position. I think she's the girl who's trying to pursue someone else, but I think that girl is straight. I'm not sure if she's straight. No, she's definitely bi. However, she doesn't really want to go all the way there with the girl who was speaking to me. I don't know if that makes sense. Does that make sense?
No, I understand what you're trying to say.
So, yeah, she was trying to basically understand why. Because I think what she explained to me is when she was listening, she thought, oh, my God, I'm in this similar position. So she was more or less asking me, why was that the case? Like, why did I hold it off? Or, like, why was I scared? Why was I hesitant? And I think remember I said at the time, I was just like, I think I was I think on the podcast I said like I just wasn't ready, but I think like I was also hesitant because I know that the girl knew who I was before we started talking.
Right.
And I do not like talking to people who have an idea of who I am.
Right.
Because it just throws me off. I'm just like, you've already got this idea in your head. Yeah. And that's fine because when we all know of someone naturally, no matter how little or big we feel we might consume or know of them, we have this idea of them in their head. So I feel like that was the reason why I was hesitant. But yeah, again, this podcast feels like therapy, so I just wanted to come up with that. I just
feel like, do you know what, with that, and I think if that's what you intend to do with that person, or it could be with somebody else, and maybe for the girl that you're talking about, if she's listening to this now, then maybe the time to get to know that person, just take your time.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I do think you should take your time.
Yeah, take your time a bit more. Though.
But I think her situation, I don't know what her situation is. I also feel like it's a journey. Like, it may not happen now, but it might have to lead up to that sort of thing. Like, you might not want to be intimate with someone you've never really been intimate with before. Like, you might, again, like we said before, you actually have to get to know them.
Yeah, like, take your time and let them get to know you, not what they see of you. Because, do you remember, I think this was the same episode. Actually, no, it wasn't. Maybe it was the episode after, where I said, imagine, guys, I'm not big Oloni, because Oloni, guys, she's really big Oloni in these streets.
Don't gas me.
Listen, she's big Oloni in these streets. Even when people come up to me and they're like, listen, you know you work with big Oloni. I was like, I know.
Oh my gosh. That's cute.
But the thing is, I'm not big Oloni, but do you remember I said that the guy that came up to me and called me his celebrity crush, by the way, made me super uncomfortable because I'm really not there yet. But
don't talk about yourself like that.
Oh no, but I don't know. I just feel like that though. Like, Yeah, I just feel like that though. So just imagine. So I can only just imagine how you feel, because even with me, I was just like, oh my God, like for me, that's a lot. But then for you, I can only imagine like, wow, that really is a lot, because you are very noticeable and your work is everywhere. Like it travels very far.
Yeah.
You know, so I think in scenarios like that, if you want to just move forward, really just take your time.
No, that is true.
And let talking mean something. Even if you guys are just about to fuck, let it mean something.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I hate you. Let's do some dilemmas, guys. Send your dilemmas to simplyoloni.com/ask. If you want to send a voice note, laidbarepodcast@gmail.com. Also, that girl that I was talking about, whose dilemma was similar to mine as well, in terms of like having having the girl on girl action. But she must have also said, I think I said to her, I was just like, oh, you were listening to the show? And she was just like, yes, I'm a secret listener. I used to call them secret listeners back in the day. So basically a secret listener is basically someone who listens to the show but doesn't share it. Do you know what I mean? So we still have so many of you who are secret listeners. Guys, please.
I came across loads and a lot of them are guys. I was so shocked.
When guys listen to the show, I'm like, why?
There are guys that listen to the show that they
There's
come up to
nothing here
me.
for you.
Even some of them that I know personally. Big up you lot.
It reminds me of when my boy said that he used to watch, the first time he watched Sex and the City, he was disappointed because all they did was sit around the table and chat shit and there was no actual sex happening. Do you know what I mean? I feel like when people listen to the show, I'm just thinking to myself, I hope you're not expecting something that's extremely salacious and just, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, because I can't lie, I be saying some fucked up shit on this show, but that's just me and my personality, guys. So I hope you're not thinking that you're going to hear something like some loud romping, or we're going to even play like voice notes and clips from experiences.
It's not that at all. It's not that at all.
It's not that. It's healthy conversation.
About sexuality, yes.
Yeah.
Let's do a dilemma. Guys, remember, send yours to simplyoloni.com/ask. Voice notes at laidbarepodcast@gmail.com. We answer your dilemmas and yeah, hopefully help you out. My boyfriend of 2 years and I haven't had sex in 6 months. Every time I tried to broach the subject, he tries to change the topic. Yesterday I'd had enough and told him that it feels like he doesn't want to be with me anymore. So maybe we should just break up. He finally told me the truth and it was worse than I could have imagined. He said that I've gained a lot of weight recently and he struggles to have sex with bigger women. I've known I've gone from a 14 to a 16. Oh, piss off. Since I started working from home, but I don't think it's a big change that he has the right to be disgusted with me. I don't know what to do. I think this is something. What did I write? I want to make sure.
She used the word disgusted.
Yeah, hold on. I want to see what I wrote because I'm sure I told her you need him to get the fuck out. Hey, hun. Hey, yes. I said, hey, hon, you deserve a partner. Anyway, let's go through it before we give my answer.
You know, the fact, 2 years, that's not a long time for this to be the level of an issue it is the way you're describing. Because 2 years, that's a fun stage, I think.
It is a fun stage.
2 years, like, it's a fun stage. But then it's been 6 months and it's not until you questioned him that he told you. So he can't even communicate that. And 2 years, if you're about to hit this bump, because I'm guessing this is maybe one of your first bumps in the road.
Yeah.
I think that's a huge cause for concern that he's letting you walk around just willy-nilly, but he's really feeling like this and he's probably looking at you in a type of way, well, which he clearly is. And you're saying that he even feels disgusted. Oh my God, I even feel hurt for you. But
I'm hurt as well.
I think, listen, he needs to really tell you why he couldn't communicate that, and he needs to be sincere about that. And I think whatever your feelings are after that, then I don't know, listen to those feelings, because I don't want to rush and say get rid of him, but 2 years, like, you should be able to have these conversations.
As someone whose weight is always fluctuating, like my weight fluctuates like crazy.
Girl.
Right. I remember when I dated this guy in my 20s, right? He was bigger than me, mind you. Like, he had a belly, right? I was probably like borderline 14. Regardless, I put on weight, whatever. That's what happens to women's bodies. Like, our bodies go through stages. We lose weight, we put on weight. Sometimes we might maintain the same weight for a very long time, you know, depending on life and exercise, whatever. But I remember when he wanted me to lose a bit of weight, and all I kept thinking is, do you know what you look like? I feel like the standards for women are so insane. Can your own mother meet these standards? Can she?
You know, you just touch
Can she?
I've said this on the show before.
Because she had, she had 2 kids, but do you know how many years ago she had them kids? Why does she still look like that then?
Do you know what? I said this on the show before.
Have grace.
That there was a guy, he was very slim, and I don't, you lot know I like the big uncles. I don't usually date slim men. Just my preference. And I remember, like, I was really uncomfortable after during sex one time because I had just eaten. And bear in mind, listen, his mom's a biggins. She's a biggins. Like, she's auntie, okay? And that's fine if that's her, right? He was like making jabs at like the way I was eating before we had sex, and then he was like, and he was upset.
What do you mean having fun? What do you mean?
What, taking jabs? So basically, so we were having sex in missionary, and he wanted me like to put like my feet on his chest or something like that, and my knees were digging into like my ribs, and it was uncomfortable. And I told him on like during it, and I was like, oh no, stop, it's uncomfortable. And he was like, ugh. Like right in the middle of sex.
What the hell?
Yeah? And then afterwards, I was just telling him, I was like,
he's not treating you like a human being.
Exactly.
He's treating you like a
and
play.
then I said, because of like what I ate, I think I was just too full, so maybe I shouldn't have rushed to have sex. That's what I said. Yeah. And then he was like, well, nobody told you to scoff that pizza when you knew we were gonna have sex. And that was not the first time he had made a comment about the way I was eating. Like one time, I don't know if it was with me or if it was on a FaceTime. I was dishing out my lunch at home, and then he was like, rah, like, look at that mountain of rice you're eating. Bear in mind, I took 1 scoop of rice because I'm in between meetings. I can't even eat a full meal. Yeah. And then, hold on. But when I cook certain things in my house, he's so impressed by it because people are on a health kick in his house. They don't have it there. But you want to talk about meat and the way I'm eating. Bro, you're the one that's grabbing all up on this.
Yeah, exactly. So, bruh.
Don't talk about me like that.
Yeah, no, he's disgusting. How dare he?
Oh, he's such a prick. You know when you really regret giving yourself to someone?
Oh,
but anyway,
absolutely.
guys, I will vent in another episode. But anyway, like, because even with that experience, I can share that because you see a lot of these guys, they're not talking to the women around them like that. When they have a woman in their life, like that's a girlfriend, even sometimes friend, they think the views that they have outside of their home and whatever, they think they can use that to belittle you. So the fact that she even used that word disgusted is really tricky to me. Like, don't feel disgusted. 14 to a 16, yo, it's one side. I'm a 16 myself, 14, 16 myself. Well, depending on what I'm wearing. 14, 16 myself. My weight fluctuates. It's not great, but I can deal with that. If your man cannot tell you that, do you know what? I'll change my answer. Get rid of him.
No, get rid of him.
But
I think get rid of him. I think get rid of him. Because he is someone who is going to cheat on you when you're like 2 months pregnant.
He probably has.
He's going to cheat on you when you're 2 months pregnant because he's going to be like, no, that stomach's
6
not
months,
flat.
no sex.
Waist is not as snatched as it used to be. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. How dare you not look like a BBL baddie? No, honestly, I think you should definitely get rid because he will drive you insane and he will fuck up your self-esteem. And you don't need to be with anyone who is going to love you when you look a bit different.
Exactly.
And I think it's so common for men to see women's bodies as something that should look a certain type of way. Like, we aren't property. We are not vehicles. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not going to... That's not how it works. You know, I don't think our bodies should be used for consumption just as a trophy to make you feel better at night or for your sexual gratification. I think it's important to remember that just like men's bodies will change and we are so accepting of it. I've never heard of a woman who said, oh my God, he's losing his hair. A woman has never ever sent me a dilemma about a man losing his hair. I've never had one. Why is a woman... We complain about men.
But then there's always the women that are...
Say, oh, he's chatting shit about my weight. Yeah. You're going to put on weight. You're going to get stretch marks. You're going to get cellulite. Your tits are going to drop. Like, it's what happens. Like, it's life. Do you know what I mean? And if you want to do something about it, if you decide you want to exercise... If he had said it a different way and said, like, babe, like, I'm really concerned, you know, I want us to, like, get fit together. I want us to look our best selves forever. I still love you, even though you've put on weight or whatever. Not saying it how I'm saying it, but with the same message is what I'm trying to say. And having that intention, then I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But like you said, using the words disgusting, he is the disgusting person.
Yeah, like he's your man and he waited 6 months to tell you that. Clearly he's been feeling that way for a while before he even made that mental decision that, do you know what, I'm not even fucking this girl no more. Yeah. Like
we've even spent too long on that dilemma, but we hope he helps.
Yeah,
we want to know what your thoughts are as well. Use the hashtag laidbarepodcast.